Tuesday, 24th of October 2017. For many people, this date unforgettable. It's the date of farewell of the Father, the endless love, spiritual Father, the Father of translation, the truthful smile, the monitor, the wide knowledge, the flaming energy, and the passion of education. I'm talking about the Prof.Abdullah Talal Shunnaq.
البروفيسور عبدالله الشناق.
Professor Shunnaq, born on the 15th of November 1948 in the city of Irbid in Jordan. He lived a very simple life with his parents, brothers and sisters. He loved the knowledge and struggled a lot to complete his study. He completed his secondary education in 1967 despite difficult circumstances of Zionist occupation for the West Bank and the bad situations of the war of 1967. He moved to Syria and completed his bachelor degree in English language and literature from Damascus University in 1973. In the same year, he worked as a field instructor in the Ministry of Education in Jordan until 1976. Then, he moved to Saudi Arabia and worked in head of the European Service Radio at Riyadh until 1985. In the same year, he moved to UK and had a master's degree in translation from University of Salford in 1986. From 1987 to 1988, he worked as translation lecturer at University of Salford. In 1990, he had his PhD in linguistics translation from University of Manchester. In that time, he was married and had 4 of his children. Then, he moved to his country and worked as translation and English lecturer at the University of Jordan, beside his part-time work at a number of Jordanian universities. In the same year, he started his work at Yarmouk University and taught graduates and undergraduate students. From 1997 to 1998, he had a sabbatical year and worked as Dean of the Faculty of Students' Affairs, Chairman, and a staff member in the Department of English at Irbid National University. From 2003 to 2004, he worked as Assistant to the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Associate Professor in the Department of English at Yarmouk University. From 2004 to 2005, he had another sabbatical year and worked as Director of Language Center and a staff member at the Department of English at Philadelphia University. From 2005 to 2009, he worked as Vice Dean of the Faculty of Arts at Yarmouk University. In 2008, he established the Department of Translation at Yarmouk University in Jordan, and he worked in this department until the last days of his life. From 2012 to 2016, he worked as Director of the Language Center and Professor of Translation and Linguistics at Yarmouk University. Beside that, from 2012 to 2017, he worked part-time professor at Petra University. Professor Shunnaq has more than 30 years of teaching in universities. I'm talking about a monitor. I'm talking about a legend. Professor Shunnaq contributed in writing, editing, and translating 33 books on translation. 33 papers on translation were published in refereed international journals. 4 papers were published in the proceedings of international conferences. Contributed in 52 national and international conferences and seminars on translation and linguistics. Wrote hundreds of episodes of radio programs during the last 12 years, taught more than 90 university courses in the fields of translation and English language for both graduates and undergraduates at 6 universities, supervised and examined about 267 MA and PhD theses in translation and linguistics, academic and professional affiliation in 14 institutions and organizations, held a membership of 16 refereed international journals, participated in a large number of university, national and international committees, participated in 20 special accreditation committees, English language and the translation of 13 private and public universities, as well as on planning courses for the English departments at a number of Jordanian private universities, contributed to the activities of the Ministry of Culture, organized conferences and symposia for the Jordanian Translators Association and the Arab Translators Federation, included in the American Biographical Institute's 6th edition of 500 Leaders of Influence in 1997, included in International Who is in Translation and Terminology in 1995, awarded the Certificate of Excellence Appreciation in Translation Field from Philadelphia University, the recipient of the Ministry of Higher Education and Research Award for Excellence in Research in the field of Linguistics and Translation for the year 2004, honored by the President of Yarmouk University for being a distinguished professor in the field of research in 2006. He was a member of the Supreme Council of the Higher Arab Institute for Translation Arab League in Algeria as Jordan representative from 2006 to 2017. Also, he was a member of the Board of Trustees of the Arab Translation Organization in Beirut. I'm talking about a scientist. I'm talking about Prof.Abdullah Talal Shunnaq. Day after day, we are missing the scientist, the legend, the father of 4 daughters and 5 sons, the grandfather, the best friend, the role model to his students. He was a source of optimism by planting love and hope in our hearts, who taught us not only science but also humility and morals. In our journey, we met a lot of professors. We forgot many of them, but all of us, without exception, are remembering this eternal soul. We will never forget you, Professor Shunnaq. You are living in our memories and hearts forever. May your soul rest in peace.